We are supercharging the excitement for Euro 2024 with a special giveaway. 3 lucky winners will be celebrating with €100 cash prize each at the final. All you need to do is complete the social tasks on 𝗀𝗵𝗙𝐻. The more you participate, the higher odds of winning. Don't miss out. Click the link in the description and complete all tasks now.
Hello and welcome to Odds on Euro semi-finals. 4 teams remaining. On Tuesday, Spain, France. On Wednesday, Netherlands, England. And we have Alvaro Romeo. Hey, Alvaro. And
hello,
𝗀𝗵𝗙𝗂𝗧 to give us tips. Hello, Alain, to give us tips, information, their opinion, everything to enjoy these great semi-finals. We enjoy the quarterfinals. A lot of games went to extra time. We said it in our video, by the way. A lot of draws at 90 minutes. So now it's time to see what is going to happen in Munich and in Dortmund. Remember, guys, of course, to press the like, subscribe, and now let's go on with the show. Well, the first semi-final is going to be on Tuesday. Spain, France. We had Spain beating Germany in the last minute of the extra time thanks to Merino's header. We have France qualified after beating in penalties Portugal. Alvaro, how much you shouted Merino's goal?
a lot. I was very happy about that. Yeah, a lot. And I knew that Spain was going to win it after that goal. I couldn't see Germany reacting. There was almost no time. And yeah, it was a very special moment. It reminded me of Alfonso's goal in 2000. In terms of European games or Euro games, probably the last epic one had been Alfonso's one, as far as I remember. So this one was very special too.
Well, or even Iniesta, no? In that goal, the first in the World Cup 2010.
Not in a Euro.
Yeah, not in a Euro. Alain, the first thing that called my attention, to be honest, are the odds. France is the underdog. I cannot see France as the underdog, despite all the controversy about the way of playing of this France.
Yes, it's the biggest question around France. How this team with this offensive potential are not able to create more, because if we analyze how France finalized his action, maybe the 80% are outside of the area. In the box, France have a lot of problem to enter, and Deschamps found a search solution. In the last game, we saw Dembélé in the bench. Probably tomorrow Griezmann will be in the bench. Thuram will be back from the beginning with 𝐬𝐭𝐚𝐲 in the bench. Mbappé is not fit, because we saw the poorest version of Mbappé since 2018 with the national team. But when they defend in the box, is the best team in this tournament. I don't have the number of the defense can lock shoot from the opponent, but is the highest statistic, and they have a very good goalkeeper, because 𝗀𝗙𝗻 appear when the team need that. Is an opposition, a style opposition, and we will be see if Spain can conserve that way of play, because we know France live to running, and France with space is dangerous. And I am really curious about the tactical key to this game.
Well, Alvaro, I mentioned that France are the underdog for this game. We are seeing that they were World Cup finalists only 1 year ago, World Cup champions only 3-4 years ago. I cannot see Spain favorites, despite the way Spain is playing and after being able to knock out the host, Germany.
I agree with you. And Spain is also favorite to win the tournament, according to the bookmakers too. I think that is going a little bit too far. If we take the performance in the tournament alone, and these sides have never played a football game before, then you will say maybe yes. But we know about France's history, and Alain has made a very good point here. France defends in the box better than anybody else. Against Portugal the other day, it's true that Portugal had their chances, because I remember that one from João Felix in the extra time. I also remember that one from Vitinha in the second half of the game. But France defends very well in the box. I think that they are doing so many good defensive blocks, and they do defensive blocks on time because they are fast, they are rocky, their defenders read the situation very well. I think that William Saliba is one of the quiet leaders of the team. I think that he doesn't do as many strange or crazy moves as some other defenders, but he's always there. And he brings some peace and calm to the defense that I think that is very good for the team. But France are solid, they are defensive. Sometimes the plan of the song seems to be nothing to happen until someone decides the game, as it happened against Belgium too. And this is something that France is very comfortable with. They are playing like that. Nothing is going to happen, or very little is going to happen, and at the end we'll win it because we are better, because we have better players, or because we have a player like Kylian Mbappé, not necessarily in this Euro, or a player like I don't know, Ousmane Dembélé, who was good in the second half the other day, who can make the difference at the end. Even 𝐿𝐵𝐺𝐻 as a goalkeeper. So I'm very surprised that the odds are favorable to Spain, even though Spain has been so far probably the best team of the tournament. Yeah.
France to qualify for the final is 2.08, Spain 1.88. I guess, Alain, if the Shams want to inflict some pain to Spain, they have to look at the right back. Carvajal is suspended, so we are going to see Jesus Navas, probably Dembélé or Mbappé trying to harm Spain. There is the weakest point of Spain. And in France, everyone is talking about dropping Griezmann, so it won't be a surprise, but Deschamps had always trusted Griezmann, so it's actually a surprise if he's not playing in a semi-finals of a big tournament.
Yes, I think it's one of the key points of the game, the wing. And we know Navas is more offensive than Carvajal, and he can be suffer with that wing. But with the best version of Mbappé, Deschamps have seven players we know the defense, we know the midfield. Now, with which structure he will be start the game in attack? With Griezmann to have a player in the center of the field, or play with two wingers to open the game and try to play with transition from the wing, with really direct football. And Alvaro said that France feel really comfortable with a low block. But after you need to be dangerous in attack, player fast. Now Mbappé is not the best version, but we know in this type of competition is now Mbappé must appear. And if he appear tomorrow, and he appear in the final, if the France go to the final, everybody will be said is a brilliant Euro of Mbappé. Yes, I think Lenormand, I don't think Spain will be suffer without Lenormand, because I see him weak against Germany. Carvajal is different. With the experience, he known to win. Navas, with which reason he will be played this game. It should be one of the tactical key. In spite of that, I see a really nervous game. and I choose over 3.5 cards, odds 1.66.
Okay, and the referee is 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏
Is the third referee in the Euro sent with more foul.
Well, let's see if he controls the game. Again, Anthony Taylor, in my opinion, was very poor in directing the game in the Germany-Spain. Alvaro, we said that Spain is going to miss 𝗵𝗏𝗏, probably not 𝗏𝗏𝗏 that much. Nacho will replace the French defender of Spain. And Spain is going to miss Pedri because in a very close defense, really low block sometimes for France, the creativity of Pedri would be or would have been important. But on the other hand, we saw a great Dani Olmo, one of the best players of Spain when he's on the pitch.
Yeah, but I wanted both of them to be available. I think that in Spain, we have taken very lightly the injury of Pedri. I think that at some point in the game, Pedri was going to be important. In fact, in the game against Germany, sometimes I miss him. And Dani Olmo, don't get me wrong, I think him and Rodri were the best players in the game. But sometimes I miss Pedri. Spain did something against Germany that I wasn't particularly happy with, which was taking shots from very far away, from anywhere, really, as if Joselu had told the players, yes, Neuer can make a mistake because I scored in the Champions League like this against him. Do you remember? And Spain tried to shoot from strange angles, strange positions. Sometimes Spain didn't keep the ball enough in the second half. And I think that with a player like Pedri, that would have happened. That said, luckily for Spain, Dani Olmo is playing really good football as a number 10. And yeah, the biggest absence is 𝗵𝗏𝗏, in my opinion. 𝗏𝗏𝗏 was sometimes weak, even with 𝐜𝐿 the other day. So for me, this is a good game for in-game betting. A yellow card to 𝐿𝐭𝐚𝐲 pays 3.4. A yellow card to Jesús Navas pays 5.5. So wait until the game starts. Let's see how it goes. If you see that Jesús Navas is starting, which I'm not 100% sure about, and if you see that Jesús Navas is suffering at the beginning, you can go for a yellow card to Jesús Navas. I think that's a good option too. But yeah, just very quickly on Spain. I think that the physical quality of the French players is going to present a totally different challenge for Dani Olmo, for example. The other day, Dani Olmo found a lot of spaces behind Kroos, Emre Can, and then Andrich. Here, Dani Olmo is not going to have so many spaces because I think that Camavinga, Kanté, 𝗀𝗏𝗏𝗀, they are going to cover that area better. So I think that the game is not going to be decided that much behind the back of N'Golo Kanté and 𝗀𝗏𝗏𝗀. I think that the battle between Lamine Yamal and Theo Hernandez is going to be important, but maybe Lamine Yamal won't have so many chances to shine. However, I believe that Nico Williams can make it with 𝗀𝐭𝐚𝐲. I really think so, because I have seen them playing against each other, one for Athletic de Bilbao, the other one for Barcelona, and Nico Williams sometimes has gotten the best of 𝗀𝐭𝐚𝐲. So maybe the battle is there for Spain, one of the good battles, one of the good opportunities. And, you know, I'm going to give you my other odd. I think that a draw is a possibility, pays 3. I can see this game going to extra time. Or even a first half draw, 192. I think that is quite good, this one, because I think that France comes out to the game waiting. They wait for the opponent to show what they have, to show what they do. And France is very comfortable with that. And they don't try to accelerate things or anything ever in the game. But if they do, it's in the second half. But in the first half, they take it very cautiously. So a first half draw, 192, is something I like a lot.
Well, and probably, Alain, a lost battle for Spain is the number 9, Morata, heavily criticized in this Euro. He looks depressed every time he speaks to the press. He looks depressed even if he is playing all the minutes, but he's not scoring the goals. And another big question mark is the midfield, Rabiot. is back for this game. Is probably 𝐬𝐭𝐚𝐲 will drop from the starting 11. So again, we are going to see 𝗀𝗵𝗎, and 𝗃𝐵𝗀, and with Rodri as number 5. No one can say that Rodri is not important for the team, one of the best players of the Euros, but perhaps this space with Fabian, with Dani Olmo, this physical strength with the 3 names that I just mentioned for France, it could be a warm battle for the French team.
Yes, but France will be found a team move the ball really quickly. And from the beginning of the Euro, we don't see that. Maybe the most dangerous team in that way was Austria, but Austria doesn't want to play against France. They're only thinking about defend with the low block. Maybe with the version of Austria in 18 of final and in the game against Holland, maybe France should be suffer a little more. I think Spain in the midfield, Dani Olmo can be an arm, because when do you have a defense like France defend in the box, you need player have accuracy in the shoot outside of the box. And Dani Olmo entered really well against Germany. He decided the game because he scored, and he gave the brilliant assist for the goal of Merino. We can imagine the synopsis of the game. Maybe Spain with 65-70% of the possession of the ball. It's really important for Spain to finish the action, to don't expose the team to the transition of France. Because if the game go in this direction, France is favorite. If Spain can be finished always the action with after his classical large possession, that can be make suffer a lot France.
Well, don't expect many goals, I guess, in this game. Of course, France only 1 goal conceded in this Euro, 3 goals scored. Remember, still to score from open play, 1 from the penalty, and 2 own goals. The under 2.5 goals pays only 1.5. The under 2 goals, we have the line there, it pays around 2, same as the over 2 goals. So again, don't expect many goals in the Allianz Arena in Munich. Any other tip? Alain, you are going for cards. Alvaro, you are going for first half draw. Is your favorite? Any other tip that you want to highlight before we move on?
Maybe one only. My ACCA is going to be super ambitious this time, because my safe bet is going to be the one that I will go for. But if I go for an ACCA here, it will be for something spectacular, going for something spectacular. So Dani Olmo to score pays 5.5.
Okay. Well, probably the Spanish player.
The over 1.5 goals are really high, yeah? And in my opinion, we will be see goal in this game. Yeah. Yes, because Spain can hide his identity. Spain will be attacked. Is the model of play of Spain. And if Spain attack, France will have space. Spain have the skills to score against France, and France with space is the most dangerous context with the Deschamps team.
And when you have the feeling, guys, that the next mistake of Unai Simon is hanging in the air?
Yeah.
It looked like this against Germany.
But this is to support Alain's point as well.
Yeah, it takes risk. It takes a lot of risk.
Well, over 1.5 goals is 1.5. These are really high odds. If you want to check both teams to score, yes, is 2.12. Yeah. No, 1.8. So perhaps there is good value also in both teams to score. Yes, if you think we can see goal in both ends, as we saw, for instance, in Spain, Germany. Well, by the way, these teams haven't met recently. Last time was in 2021 in the Nations League final. France won 2-1. In the last major tournament they met was in the Euros 2012. Back then, Spain beat France 2-0. Xabi Alonso, by the way, scored both goals. So long time ago, without meeting in a big tournament, Spain and France. And on Wednesday, we have the other semi-final, Netherlands, England. Scrappy wins, draws, going to extra time, penalties. But Southgate made it again, third time. He put England in the semi-finals of a big tournament. Of course, a lot of criticism. They are not playing well. They have really good players, but they don't show the quality. At the end of the day, the results are there, and they are going to face Netherlands. I guess we can agree, Alain, that is a team growing in the tournament, playing better and better in every game.
Yes, but Netherlands arrived in the Euro without his titular midfielder, because 𝐿𝐭𝐴𝐻𝐿, 𝗏𝗏 and De Jong. And he was in the 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗀𝗏 mind. He was the structure about the midfield. He started with Vermeer, Schouten and Reinders. Vermeer played really bad, especially in the game against Austria. And since Netherlands play with Xavi Simons like the third midfielder, they improve a lot, especially in the connection from the midfield to the attack. In the attack, Netherlands have really dominant player. 𝗍𝗏𝗏𝗏 is we saw the best version of the ex-player of PSV. Memphis is really important for the way of play of Netherlands. You have Bergwijn, you have the alternative of Malen. If you need a classical striker, we have the possibility, the option to play with Weghorst, with a lot of quality to the wing. In my opinion, Holland is favorite for this game. Because in the collective analysis, I see more diversity with Holland than England. England wanna play a 7 against 7. England doesn't play with midfield. England wait you with 7 players with a good position in the field when they defend, and when they attack with 7 players. Against Switzerland, it's a 7-7. We don't see a game with rhythm or no. It was attack of one team, attack for another team, and it's the worst context for England to play like that, because all the players of England like run, attack the space. And if we remember the World Cup in Qatar, England play with that type of football, really direct, really dynamic, and we don't saw that from the beginning. In 5 games, England won only 1 game against Serbia, 4 draw against Slovenia, Slovakia, Denmark, and Switzerland. And sincerely, against Switzerland, in my opinion, Switzerland deserves something more, because if Shaqiri scored that crazy corner today, England was in the process phase about Southgate. Now, I think it will be a really funny game, probably the most funny game of England, because Holland wanna attack, don't hide his identity, attack a lot from the wing, and for that reason I choose over 2.75 goals. The odds are really high, but I see goals for that game, odds 3.14.
Well, very entertaining. England usually in these Euros, Alvaro, they are reactive. They don't attack a lot. Even if they score quickly enough, they sit back. In the case of in the quarterfinals against Switzerland, Saka's genius goal put them set the equalizer to go to extra time. And do you agree with Alain? We can check the odds, and England, they are really favorite, I would say. 2.8, Netherlands to win is 3.37. So there is a lot of value, for instance, in the double chance for the Netherlands.
Yeah, there is a value in there. And I think that I could take some odds supporting Netherlands. Why not? I think that I could. One thing that I find quite interesting, even I would say paradoxical, is English media, how happy they are with the level of the Premier League, with what Jürgen Klopp, Pep Guardiola, and many more managers, even the 𝗀𝗵𝗍𝗏, have brought to the league. And then how happy they are as well with the way England is playing. It's like there is like a double personality there in the country. It reminds me a little bit the way they have taken these English wins as the way Italian media would take their wins in the 90s. I mean, just playing the games in a certain way, just speculating, winning at the end because you have better players. I thought that British media were going to be a little bit more demanding with the team they have because they've got really good players, not in every position, by the way, because the left back of England is a bit of a disaster right now. And because in midfield, it's true that England doesn't produce or show much. But still, England should be playing much better. They have won a game in 90 minutes in this tournament. And England is a very reactive team as well. And, I think that the Netherlands, at least, they have entertained me because they have many imperfections. This is a thing about the Netherlands. They are not as academic or formulaic as they were some other times. I think that this Netherlands has a lot of imperfections, but they make the games fun. And the imperfections have worked against for them pretty much in every game, with the exception of the game against Austria, in which, by the way, the Netherlands had a better 𝐿𝐴 than the team of Ralf Rangnick. But in a game of imperfections, in a game in which probably the Netherlands will leave spaces open and all that, maybe the best players will make the difference. And I think that England has better players than the Netherlands. All that said, I'm going to go for over 2 goals. I know that with England going for over is not or hasn't been a good bet in the tournament, but just the Netherlands will open up spaces. They will attack. They will make a few the mistakes here and there. So I can see goals happening. So over 2 goals, the value is there. I mean, 2.0 is really good. Then Netherlands to score first, which is something that we have seen in the knockout in every game from England. It's a possibility too. I remember that Slovakia scored first against England. I remember that Switzerland scored first. Netherlands to score first pays 2.3.
As I said, a bit reactive. If you go for the over, again, a lot of money to be made. Over 2.5 goals is 2.7. It's true that we started watching really good football in these Euros, and I think the games are getting worse and worse from match day 3, and now in the knockout stages, it's very nervy. There is all the teams are really balanced, really leveled, and perhaps one of the players that can make the difference is one of the players of the tournament, Alain, 𝐿𝐴𝐴𝐧𝐧𝐞𝐜𝐭𝐼, perhaps not playing with Liverpool as the best level, but we saw a great 𝐿𝐴𝐴𝐧𝐽 in the World Cup, and we are seeing a great 𝐿𝐴𝐴𝐧𝐽 in the Euros.
Yes, it can be an option to try to put a 𝐿𝐴𝐴𝐧𝐽 score, because the team play for him. He loved that to run in diagonal to search the shoot. That one was his best movement when he was in PSV, with a really crazy statistic before he left Holland. Now the biggest question is who will be manage the time of the game. Why? Holland feel comfortable with a game with rhythm, goal to goal, with high rhythm. England can play that type of football, Alvaro speak about the level of the Premier. Now we can ask us, but the Premier is the football with more risk in Europe. Is the football when do you play more game during the season? Is the only tournament with 2 cap in the top 5 is the only. And what is the freshness about England? If the game start to play with high risk, I think Holland can be winning this game. After, if we will see a game 7-7, like the game against Switzerland, Holland can be suffer in defense, because Holland, when they must to defend, they have very good player, but the movement of Van Dijk and 𝗵𝗏𝗏, especially in open space, they suffer a lot. They suffer the free kick, and England have good skills. Is another option, I think, is the corner, because Holland attack a lot from the wing, with Dumfries for the right, and with 𝐿𝐴 from the left, and England must to be really strong. And after, the biggest arm of England is 𝗏𝗏 right now. Against Switzerland, it was 𝗏𝗏 against Switzerland in offensive phase, not England against the Swiss team. I think corner can be an option. Corner can be an option, because I think in the wing we will see a lot of attack from both teams.
A goal perhaps also from set pieces, Alvaro, could be an option if you want to put a prop bet.
Yes.
Do you expect any change from Southgate, Trent Alexander-Arnold in the pitch, or not really?
No, not really. He switched to a 3-man centre back against Switzerland. He could keep that system again. I'm not too sure about that. But, the Gareth Southgate is very predictable in a way. In fact, he doesn't do substitutions until it's necessary. He tends to trust the same man. And you mentioned the set pieces, and that's interesting, because two of my individual bets are based on footballers who are very good in the air. In fact, one of them is going to be Wout Weghorst to score or assist 3.5, because I say the assist thing because I think that he is very good with the second balls. So Weghorst winning the ball for Memphis or for 𝗏𝗏𝗏 is something that I could see happening here. And he is one of the options that the Netherlands should be using. I believe that they should be using a player like this. Strangely, this Netherlands side plays better with a nominal number 9. And my other one is Virgil van Dijk to have one shot on target or more. Why? Because Virgil van Dijk in the corners is still pretty decent. And he can score many goals like this, but he can also win many headers. And I think that he can, if the game is leveled especially, take the corners very seriously and go for it for real. I know that Memphis hasn't been put in the best corners in the tournament. He's been a little bit fallible with that, with his crossing. But Virgil van Dijk to have one shot on target or more pays 4.2. A good header from Virgil van Dijk is all you need.
Well, to qualify, Netherlands 2.10, England 1.77. This game to be played in Dortmund. I guess we are going to see a clash of supporters, probably even more from the Netherlands. They expect 50,000 Dutch people in Dortmund, but we know that English fans also love to travel. So great atmosphere. And Netherlands, last time they won the Euros, the only time, by the way, was in Germany. 88 with Van Basten scoring that beautiful goal against the Soviet Union. So let's see if they are able to play again the final of the Euros in Germany, England. As we all know, 3 years ago, they played the final at Wembley against Italy, lost in penalty shootout. Well, Spain, France, Netherlands, England. Before we go to your safe bet, mini ACCA for these two games. Remember that we still have the competition in 𝗀𝗵𝐴, and you can get 100 euros if you complete the social tasks. And of course, we still have our tipster competition in our website where you can participate absolutely for free. And the best tipsters get also money, fresh cash to enjoy the summer. Alvaro, which one is your safe bet?
Look, it's going to be Asian handicap plus 0.25 for Spain in the first half, 150.
You mentioned also the first half draw, for instance, in the Spain-France. Alain, your safe bet?
Netherlands, England over 1.75 goals, odds 1.68.
You think we are going to see goals in the semi-finals and the ACCA, Alain?
Spain, France, both teams to score. Netherlands, England over 8.5 corners for a total 3.51.
Alvaro, yours?
I'm going for the money this time. Virgil van Dijk to have one shot on target or more, and Dani Olmo to score or assist. Altogether 14.3.
Wow. For the individual markets, a lot of options, as you can see, guys, from Alvaro, from Alain, just good ideas to play some bets on these two games. Now it's time to enjoy the semifinals, and the best two teams will play on Sunday in Berlin. Thanks, Alvaro. Thanks, Alain. Bye-bye.